It's FM24 and we're back. It's the Oldham days, the long-awaited return. We're porting the FM23 save up into FM24 for the beta because I can't be bothered to do a small save file yet. I've not decided who I'm going to be, but we're back. Let's catch you up, shall we? So I started the season a while back when I was continuing the Oldham days, and then I moved into the Southampton and the Blackburn saves. If you've been here for a while, you'll know what's been going on. If you're new around here and this is the first time you've seen it, we are Oldham. It's 2036. We're in the Premier League. Let's have a quick look at the history in terms of domestic leagues. We had a good time in the Vanarama National League. We went up, then we went into League 2. 2 seasons in mid-table. Then we went up as champions. League 1, just the one season where we narrowly avoided relegation. Then we snuck to the Championship via the playoffs. Overachieved, in my opinion, to get there. That being said, we managed to survive in the Championship, then finished mid-table. 2 consecutive playoff defeats before we went and won the Championship. Then we finished 12th, 5th, and then finally 4th in the Premier League, giving us Champions League football for 2 seasons in a row. In terms of the squad, well, we've got a few new ins. So the long-time viewers of the Oldham days, let's have a look at some of the in transfers. We spent 109 million and we've recouped 104. If we look at the fees going out, we've sold Stefan Kapanu for £37 million. He was a decent player, but he was never going to get any further. Samuel, he just didn't reach the heights that we hoped he might do, so we've let him go as well. Moyes, Vlad, Paul, he was just injury prone, wasn't he? He was always forever injured. He was great. He was very good for us. If we have a look, he came during the Championship season in January. Scored 6 goals as we fired ourselves to automatic promotion, and he's been very good for us, to be fair. But his injury proneness last season just really came unstuck. We've got better players, we let him go. So we've let a lot of players go, players that have come into the club. Fran Rocco Slijepcevic, yeah. Looks all right, doesn't he? Worth a lot. Great potential, decent enough polygon. Jean-Baptiste Ray. There you go. Decent value, decent polygon, decent potential. Jose Maria, he's still on loan at Huesca. He's actually doing all right at Huesca as well. 8 in 10 for them. So yeah, look at that monobrow. I've not ported over the face pack or the new Jan faces yet. Although it does work because I've done it on my laptop downstairs. But I just wanted to bring you this video on the PC upstairs. So yeah, Hikam Paquet. What a player he is. Look at him. No wonder we let some of the players go. Defensive midfielder. Yes, please. We're still working out where his best position is, but he is playing. He is playing a lot. And finally, club record signing, Carolus De Kuiper, £69 million. Nice. From RZ, was it? Was it RZ? It was RZ, yes. Or AZ. I mean, I don't know why I'm giving it a bit of RZ, like I'm cultured. You've all heard my pronunciations on the channel. Abysmal. He's a wonder kid. He's got fabulous current ability and bags of potential. He's the new centre-half for the club. But how does this compare to some of our other players? Well, let's give you a little bit of a recap on some of our favoured personnel. Our young left-back, Daniel Jahic. Here we go. He looks phenomenal, doesn't he? He's an absolute beast. 21 years old at left-back. We've got Phil Day at centre-back. We bought him from Liverpool on a bit of a bargain deal, really. £9 million. He was not playing for Liverpool. They were happy to get rid of him, and I don't know why. I mean, he's hit his potential. He's 23. He's English, and he's worth a bit. He's decent. He's a good player. In terms of some of the other defenders, we've got Rizzo, who we're very happy with when we bought him. He's still a very good player. Rojas, need I say more about Rojas? We got this guy when we were back in the Championship, and he quickly became our captain, and what a player he's been for us. A great long servant for the club. He's actually one of the worst centre-backs that we've got now. He's fallen way down the pecking order. Some of the other players to speak of, we'll look at JP, João Paulo, the man himself. Asking price of £109 million because Arsenal came a knocking, offered £80 million. He wanted to leave. We agreed £109 million. Thankfully, no one came in for him. He's our star player. He's got 4 assists and 3 goals so far this season in 8 league games. He's absolutely brilliant as the inside forward on attack. Another one of our star men is old Barrios. Where is Barrios? Barrios, come on down. I can't see him. Here he goes. Miguel Angel Barrios, the Ecuadorian, should I say, 23 years old. We're playing him as a shadow striker on attack. He is, again, a phenomenal talent worth well over £100 million. Another one of our star players. And where would we be without our man? Oh, God, I forgot about his monobrow. Next video, they'll all have proper faces again. But James Taylor, 29 years old, he's been here. Look at him, he's worth 50 to 60 million pounds. And let's just look at him. He's been here since the championship days. He arrived for £300,000 from Leeds. Yeah. And look at how many goals he's scored. 35 in the promotion winning season. 21 in our first season in the Premier League. Not so many last season, but 10 of those appearances were from the bench because we do have Thiago as well, who he battles with for that forward position. Again, both of them really, you look at their attributes and they're not world class, are they? They're not Premier League winning ability. And we've got a few other players worth noting. We'll just talk about Frank Klingenberg. He's probably my current favourite little wonder kid that we're working on, although he has seemed to have reached his potential. He's a very good player. We play him in the advanced playmaker on support or the shadow striker. Speaking of where we're playing players, let's have a quick look at the tactics. This is how we set up last time. This is how we've merged straight into the new Football Manager. We have kept the same formation. We've got the ball winner on defend, the box to box. Then we've got advanced playmaker on support, the inside forward on attack, shadow striker, and it's been working reasonably well. If we look at the schedule, I think I started playing the game. I think it was Brighton. This was the first game I played on the beta. It was Brighton. And we lost 1-0. And I thought, maybe it's time to change formation. But I thought, no, let's just give them a chance. Because Brighton, they were currently 8th. They were unbeaten when they beat us. They were right up there. 8-0 against Gothenburg. 2-0 against Southampton. 1-0 win against Liverpool in the Carabao Cup third round. Then we beat West Ham 2-0. 4-0 against Firth. And then we beat Leicester 3-0 in what was a pretty decent result. And then we've just lost 2-0 away at Liverpool before we have a double header of double headers. We've got Barcelona in the Champions League. We are currently top of the Champions League group. Barcelona see themselves down in 19th. We've only played them once before in an episode a few episodes ago where we lost 3-1. Can we hold a better account of ourselves this time? We're coming off a defeat to Liverpool. Then we've got Manchester City. And if we look at the Premier League table, as you can see, Manchester City and Liverpool are both a point behind me in second and third, respectively. We are first. 2 defeats, no draws. Those defeats were against Brighton and they were against Liverpool themselves most recently. So we have been clawed back in somewhat, although City did lose as well. That was the first defeat of the season for City. Who did they lose to? Lost to Chelsea. They did lose to Chelsea. So yeah, as you can see, player stats, goals, James Taylor currently leading the way with 8. Average rating, he is also leading the way. Frank Klingenberg on 7.55, just 0.02 behind him. João Paulo on 4 assists. And I think we're all caught up, aren't we? So let's get straight into the action, shall we? Of course, Man City have littered through the actual team. Some good players. I mean, this guy, they just bought him. Look at him. He's good, isn't he? Jayhuahua. This guy, I mean, I don't know if I've ever seen a better player. I've been having my experiments, but I mean, wow. Guillaume Chevalier, and he's been here for a while. Keeping Erling Haaland quiet. I've got to pick the team now. But as we're doing that, we'll quickly just talk about some of the other features in the game. The set pieces, I'm sure you're all with me and we like the new set piece system. I've just automated them for now. I want to really do a deep dive at some point, but I wanted to get in here and get something out for everyone really relatively quickly. And I wanted to just get playing the game, really. When you actually create a new manager profile, you can set preferred staff responsibilities as well. So your profile, every time you start a new game, the staff will automatically take on those things like handling media, handling training, handling staff renewal contracts, etc. Instead of going through at the start of every save and having to do all that, what a great quality of life upgrade. That sentence has been used a lot in the marketing leading up to Football Manager 24, and let me tell you now, there has been quite a few quality of life upgrades, and it feels, I'm very hyped for the game. I don't know if it is coming across, but I'm loving it so far. So anyway, let's get to the game. Let's quickly just sort out the team. Here we go. Champions, look at the fog. It's beautiful. It's the slight graphical upgrades they've made, I feel, have brought it on leaps and bounds. That's before the engine change in FM25. So we're all expecting massive changes next year. We weren't really expecting much graphically this year, and I'm pleasantly surprised. Along with the other features as well, it feels a much bigger upgrade from FM23 to 24 than it was from 22 to 23 from my perspective. Let me know in the comments what you think, if you've got the beta yet. If you haven't, then you're waiting for the full game, fair enough. Sorry, early access, not the beta, as Miles has requested. And here we go, Jayhuahua. Oh, Rossi! It's Gianluca Rossi with the header. 1-0. And we find ourselves 1-0 up at home against Barcelona inside 5 minutes. Awful goalkeeper from Karnaseshi. And yeah, saved, and Rossi was first to pounce. 1-0. Barrios with a deep free kick. Across. Rossi over the header. It's down. It's Elmi. They're tackling themselves. Goal kick. What's that? Barrios now to Elmi. Back to Rossi. James Taylor. James Taylor! Ooh. So with the beta, we're going to finish off the Oldham Days series because I left it sort of hanging because I had a couple of other creative things I wanted to do for the challenge. 2-0. It's James Taylor. Deflected and in. Deflections on this Football Manager are fantastic. So much more realism with the ball, the way the ball deflects. And look at this. Bang. And he deflected off a hand, I believe. But they all count. Well, they don't all count, but this counts. And it's 2-0. Anyway, yeah, so we left it hanging because I wanted to do something with Southampton, a slightly different format of a video. And I really enjoyed it. And then I went straight into the Retro Blackburn series. And I sort of left this just hanging. And I never liked leaving it hanging. And people did ask in comments, is it coming back? Well, here it is. It's back. And the goal is to do a couple of seasons to finish off the story with Oldham. Hopefully we win a trophy. That's the goal. Win a trophy. We've won lower leagues to get up to the Premier League, and we've never won the Carabao Cup, FA Cup, Champions League, or the Premier League. So it would be really nice to win a trophy of note. So we're probably going to do a couple of seasons during this beta. We'll probably do a couple of experiments as well, but there's no editor available, pre-game or in-game, so I'm very limited about what I can do. I've got a couple of ideas, and I might try to do a couple of other little video sort of things, but we're going to just do a sort of basic Let's Play of the same format as the Oldham Days used to be, a couple of seasons through this beta over the couple of weeks, a couple of other videos sprinkled in there before we really get into what I've got planned for FM24 going forwards. We're going to keep it as it is for the second half because we're 2-0 up at Barcelona. Against Barcelona, sorry. They're at Oldham. Barrios with the corner. The set piece. Oh, it's short to Jayhuahua. Oh, well! I don't think I've set that up. I've tried to hire a set piece coach. I'm not sure has he arrived? A lot of people were going for him because there's about 7 set piece coaches with 16 or higher ability. If he's not arrived, I mean, what? Look at that. Look, varied set piece. Pulled down to the edge of the box. Finished off. You never saw that on the old Football Manager. It was just a cross and it was headed either in or whatever, and they were a bit overpowered. Throw-ins, I believe, are quite overpowered on this. I've not seen it so much myself yet, but I've only played a few games. Seen it on a few other creators' videos. So, jury's out on throw-ins, but as it's early access, they might be able to tweak things. That's sort of the goal, really, isn't it? Anyway, 3-0. The hour mark approaches, and the highlight is underway once more. And it's James Taylor from a bad back pass. It's 4-0. And Barcelona have completely capitulated here. We are 4-0 up. And we look scintillating. Have you ever seen anything like it? Pego. What? Who was that even to? And then the goalkeeper, James Taylor, waltzed through. Gets a 10 on Strictly for that. Straight in. Bang. 4-0. Let's save some legs for the City game, shall we? Ray. Pulls it back. Frank Pino. 5. And there we go. End of our first game on FM24 in a Let's Play with Oldham. And, well, What a way to start this series, hey? One other thing I've noticed as well in the training, I don't know if anyone else has had a quick look in here. I'm always a big proponent of getting all the training right. And as you can see here, there's no match, the match preparation where you do attacking, defending, it gives you that boost. They've got rid of it. They've got rid of that. So yeah. So I've just left the training up to the staff for the time being. Still not got a set piece coach. Darnell Gray. Let's try and get a set piece coach in, because they're few and far between on this game, because they've only just been generated because it wasn't a thing on FM23. Right, Man City then. Hey, Gray's turned up. He's now our set piece coach. Fantastic. Oh, Enrique de Camargo actually does want to come. Oh, I can't get rid of bloody... What's his name? Oh, well, I've absolutely balls that up. There you go. That's how not to play the game. Okay, so here we go. We're against Manchester City. We've picked the team and we're underway. Man City's formation. Let's have a look at the latest scores. Who have Liverpool got? Jude Bellingham at Arsenal there. Away at Newcastle. Tough game for Liverpool. I'm going to encourage again. I'm not going to demand more. Shouts seem to feel the same. They operate in the same way. It feels so far. But again, like I said, I've only played like half a dozen games, so it's very difficult. Probably when you got a good 100 hours under your belt, do you really start to see some of the intricacies of shouts. But there's no new shouts I want to see. Here come Man City. Mendoza, Brennan, Erling Haaland. Great save by Zanini. Brennan. Looping corner. It's nodded clear. And Ribas. We were countering then. Happy with the performance so far. Keep it up. Away at City, a 0-0 is a fantastic result. Not creating enough. I'm going to encourage once more. Taylor. Barrios. Oh. Uchita with the save. And we have another great corner routine. João Paulo. Whips it across. Nodded clear. Slivjevic. I think we're going to look to make a change. We're going to make a change or two. Barrios is getting a 6.7. One of the better players on the pitch, to be fair, but his legs are a little bit tired. So I'm going to bring on... John, I'm going to go bold. Thiago, I'm going to play him here. On an advance forward. On attack. Klingenberg. To play him as bring him off for Karaklic, and I'm going to have him as a central midfielder on attack. Let him bomb in through here. Try and keep it a bit more tight in central midfield. Let him bomb on, and then, yeah. Just change up the shape a little bit, just to freak City out. And also see how positional play is differing this year. Because positional play with attack and support duties is better than it's ever been. João Paulo has gone and got himself a knock. So Vince Guerra, I'm going to bring him on. And now he's got a personalised position over there as a winger on attack. Because look, he's got 16 crossing, 14 dribbling. He's got fantastic potential as Rosario Vince Guerra. And we got him for very cheap and he's worth a hell of a lot of money. So on he comes as a winger now. And I think what we're going to do is, should we focus play down the right for the next 20 minutes? João Paulo, one of his last actions of the game. Ribas. Don't dilly-dally too much. Oof. He put some bloody force behind that. Not enough force behind that from De Kuiper. £69 million well spent. And he's only gone and nearly made us concede a goal. Well, there we go. It's not a goal. It's a corner. Vince Guerra, on he comes. And I think we're going to bring Acosta back here. Ball winner. We're actually going to bring you off for Screeve. So, fresh legs, because Acosta's going to 6.5. Screeve, get him back here. Okay, deep line playmaker. Karakalic. Sounds we feel on attack. Insiguera whipping those crosses in. Hopefully we can sneak it, but felt it was coming. And there we go. City have scored. And send out an encouragement. And I think we're going to lose back-to-back games in the league, losing to Liverpool and City, there's no shame in that. We're not good enough to win the league. Let that be known. We finished 4th last season, 5th then 4th. We are probably 3 or 4 players away from being good enough to actually win the league. And it's showing. I mean, we've just battered Barcelona, so you'd think, oh, this team's fantastic. But some of our players, I don't think we're actually missing players. I think we just need a couple of our players just to progress into those world-class players that they can be. A couple of them, maybe we could improve in certain areas where they've sort of hit their potential, and then, they're 3-star, is what the coaches say. We maybe could do with them being a little bit better than what they are, but we'll see. We've got transfer windows to come. We've got a good couple of seasons to go. But if we finish top 3 this season, that will be improvement again. And I'd take that. I would take that. We clicked on a couple of these City players. You saw how good they were. They dwarf our players in terms of ability. Not even close. So, to come away with a 2-0 defeat and still be within a shout of the league, still up there, I'm happy with that. 3-0. But we looked at Zhao, didn't we? How good he was. World class. I'd love to know the potential ability and the current ability of some of City's players. I reckon they've probably got 5 players north of 180. And there we go. 3-0 defeat. So quite a somber end to the episode after I don't even know the word. The jubilation of the 5-0 win against Barcelona. But I love you and leave you from there, gang. Please do join me for the next instalment of the Oldham Days. Like I say, there will be a couple of experiments coming, slightly different than what you are used to on the channel, because like I say, don't have the editor, as you all know. But yeah, take good care of yourself. Subscribe if you haven't already. Drop a like on the video. Let me know down below any ideas you got for experiments and stuff going forward for FM24. And let me know if you are a long-time fan of the Oldham Days and you are glad to see it back. Take good care of yourselves, gang, and I'll see you soon.